Hey guys, how's everyone doing? For those who don't know, this is Nick from forexfornoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of July, 2018. Time is 12:02 here in the UK. You're looking at, I'm going to switch up to AUDJPY daily chart. So, in today's analysis, oops, I just dropped my phone. In today's analysis, as usual, we're going to be looking for price action setups across most of these pairs here. When I say price action setups, what do I mean? I mean we're going to be looking for reversals, continuations, all kinds of price action setups, anything. I don't really discriminate when it comes to price action setups. Anything that's good, I will consider trading it. Just a few things before we get into the analysis itself. This is going to be the last analysis session on YouTube, most likely until Tuesday the 24th of July. I am off on holiday as of tonight, later tonight, or even this afternoon. I'm going to be going down to Stansted, off on holiday to Italy, to sunny Italy, to visit my family over there. Gonna be a fun holiday, I think. Good food, at least. So yeah, point is, I won't be doing analysis, but for those of you who are members of Forex Mastermind or Price Action Mastery, either, on the forum, I will be doing forum analysis. So there will be analysis posted with images and all that kind of stuff. You know, like the forum analysis I post every day, or every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but it's probably going to be a bit more in depth because there's not going to be any video. So it'll be a bit more in depth. And so point is, I'll still be doing analysis on the charts. Sorry, on the pairs that I normally trade, but there just won't be videos, and the analysis is only accessible via the forum, which is only accessible to members, which is you guys who are in here live, obviously. So yeah. I know you're joking that it's not as hot as here, but the part of Italy I'm going to is annoyingly hot. I grew up in Australia, so I was used to 30 plus degrees, but I've been in the UK for like 10 years now, so I've acclimatized to the UK weather. I can still handle heat better than most Brits, but where I'm going in Italy, it's like 35 degrees regularly. It's probably going to be 35 degrees when I get there. So I'm not really looking forward to the heat that much. But I can handle 35 degrees. My partner, on the other hand, she's from Belgium. She is white as they come, like pale white. She cannot handle the heat. She's going to suffer in Italy with 35 degrees. She's really not looking forward to it. She can't even fall asleep if it's anything over 25 degrees in the evening. So, yeah, probably not going to be too pleasant for her. Well, anyway, I want to bore everyone with my stories about Italy and holidays and stuff. So we'll get into the analysis, guys. Like I said, this is going to be the last one, so hopefully we actually see some good stuff, because I don't want to leave you guys all with a boring analysis. But yeah, there will be analysis tomorrow posted to the forum for members. So you guys will still get analysis. Anyway, AUDJPY, this one's finally broken out of this rangy area. So it wasn't really a rangy area, just a messy area. Price fell down into this messy area with the support resistance pretty close, and it was just like bouncing around, struggling to do anything significant. But hey, it finally broke out. It's moving up now, which is great. There's no real trade setup here right now, but once it gets up to these to this resistance area, I'll definitely be looking for a potential short there. The cool thing is, this resistance area is merging with the 200 moving average. So let's say something like this happens, just as AUDJPY reaches there. That'd be interesting. When the 200 moving average, which is just a support resistance area, just a self-adjusting moving support resistance area, merges with one of our support resistance areas, and you get indecision there, that usually leads to a pretty decent setup. So, I mean, not always, of course, and not so much on cross pairs, or less so on cross pairs, I'd say. But it still has some pretty decent potential. So let's see what happens when it gets up there. But right now, it's obviously not up there. So AUD New Zealand, I mean, nothing much going on here. Attempted to move down, bounced away from the 200 moving average, and now it's stalling up here. AUD USD, this one's kind of like, it's a bit tricky right now because it's in a very steep downtrend, but it seems like this low, it just doesn't want to get, so this is the 73.40, it just doesn't want to get beyond this low. This is the low that turned price around back in May 2017. So May 2017, price dropped down to here and then just went boom and shot away. So this time it's dropped down to it and kind of a little bit shot away. But now, you know, it's a very strong downtrend. So I'm not convinced right now that buyers are going, or bulls rather, are going to take control and turn this trend around because it's a strong downtrend. But at the same time, it's a very strong support area. So basically what I'm saying is this is a very strong support area, very strong, but the downtrend's very strong. So we have two very strong forces kind of mixing together. Which one's going to win? Who knows? Right now, there's no obvious trade there. It does look like it's stalling on this resistance area, and it is in a downtrend, so we could potentially see a short maybe tomorrow here, or maybe even later tonight. We could potentially see a short, but I wouldn't be setting my target on that short trade much below the support area, or at least not my primary target. I'd want to have a target before this support area and just see what happens when price gets down to this area. So yeah, let's keep an eye out for a potential short. Probably, is anyone short already on AUD USD? We'll come back to that. If anyone says they're short, we'll take a look at it. EURAUD. EURAUD is forming on support. The support area. Yeah, it's stalling on support rather, not forming. Stalling on support. Strong uptrend at the moment. I would say that the downtrend is. Well, I mean, you could say it's over, but I'd imagine. Yeah, you could also draw a trend line here and say that it's still in a downtrend. But, you know, realistically, it does look like that downtrend's over. It does look like it's trending up now. And price has broken above this support area. So above the support area, stalling on the support area. There is definitely potential for a long here on EURAUD, a long continuation trade. I want to see how this candle closes on the daily. I'm not going to do the 12-hour. But yeah, on the daily, I want to see how this candle closes on the daily. Looking for a potential long continuation here. So that would be going long on tomorrow's candle. If it pushes up beyond today's candle, depending on how today's candle closes too. This is one to watch. We'll discuss it further on the forum tomorrow, depending on what happens. EuroCAD, yeah. Nah, nothing much going on here, guys. Euro GBP, it's finally getting out of this this range it was in. It was in this very messy range for quite some time. This one here. It's finally worked its way out of that range, but it's not like it's gotten any less messy. It's out of the range, but it's still really, really messy. I don't really see any decent trade setups there at all. Euro JPY, this one's just started to move up. Nothing there either. Euro USD, this one's hit resistance turning around. Is anyone short on Euro USD? Surely someone's short on this one. I'm not sure if it was posted to the forum, but I'm just trying to look on the forum. Is it not loading properly? Oh, whatever. I'm not going to look on the forum while we're in the webinar. I'll just do that later. So no one in here today is short on EURAUD. Well, since no one's typing, I guess they're not. I'm kind of surprised about that, though. I mean, it's a very obvious trade setup. I thought a lot more of you would have entered this one. Anyway, this looks like it's a range now. If this goes down to this support area, then what we have here is a range that has been established, an established range on EURAUD, which would be great because range-bound reversals are just the easiest to trade. Like, you can trade them without even thinking, really, because all it is you short from the top of the range, which is here. You go long from the bottom of the range, which is here. So we can see price bounce from here, bounce from there, bounce from here. Didn't quite make it up that time, bounced from here again. So the bottom of this range is clearly established. 2 bounces, more than enough to establish it. Top of this range, I mean, it hasn't fully been established, but if it moves down again, that's 2 bounces, that's it established. We can trade this range as long as it lasts. Long, short, long, short, long, short. So keep an eye on that, guys. If you're not short already on EURAUD, it's a bit late to enter because it's already started moving down. But it's a good setup. I'm sure someone on the forum has shorted this. Maybe just no one in the room right now, because it is just like a classic, perfect setup that is kind of like the core of the trade setups we look for. It's like the perfect version, or almost perfect version of the setups that we look for. So it's such an obvious one. So I'll keep an eye on that one. We'll discuss it further tomorrow. GBP, AUD, nothing much going on there. GBP, JPY, stalling from resistance. I mean, this might give us a short. Let's keep a close eye on this. We might get a short setup here. Right now, there's nothing really imminent. And it's a bit messy, but it's worth keeping an eye on, of course. GBP, USD. I'm not doing anything really with you. Actually, sorry, I completely spaced out there with GBP, JPY. I'm not keeping an eye on GBP, JPY, nor am I keeping an eye on GBP, USD. Sorry, I just like wasn't thinking there for a second. Everything that's happening right now, for those of you not from the UK, you might not have noticed, but UK government is in a little bit of trouble right now. Things aren't going great, I would say. And that's putting it lightly. Yesterday, a few things happened with some important people stepping down in a protest to our PM's stance on Brexit, or Brexit deal. So there's a bit of turmoil right now. Basically, we need to wait for the dust to settle before we trade GBP. I would be afraid of taking a trade on GBP. A student asked me yesterday, should I go short on GBP because the government is falling apart, let's say. That might be a bit extreme, but you know what I mean. My answer to that was no. I don't want to short because things could all of a sudden get better and then it will shoot back up. Things could get worse and it might shoot down, so that short might work out. Or things can just like not really do anything from here, and this news cycle could end and we could go on to some other news and just forget about it all completely, like often happens. And then things are just going to like keep going sideways or start moving up slowly or down slowly or whatever. So the point is, in situations like this, I'd rather just stay out of GBP just because anything can happen. let's say another like 3 ministers step down today, and then Theresa May in a few days says we're going to have other elections, or she's going to step down, or whatever. Like, whatever absurd scenario you want to come up with, it could potentially happen. And that would cause some massive moves. For me, that's just too risky to trade these pairs. So I'm going to stay out of GBP at the moment. That's my stance on it. New Zealand USD, anyone short on New Zealand USD? Perfect little rebound, reversal continuation, or continuation reversal, however you want to call them. Perfect little short trade here. Anyone short on it? Just for the record, I didn't take any of these trades. Euro USD, I'm not short. I would have been. New Zealand USD, I'm not short. USD CAD, that has a long trade. I'm not long. The reason I'm not taking those trades is because I'm leaving this afternoon and I won't be trading while I'm on a holiday this time. I will be doing analysis, like I said, but I'm not actually going to be actively trading while I'm on holiday. I just want this holiday to be chill and relaxed. I don't want to have to check my charts regularly to monitor my trades, so I'm not trading. So because these are all daily chart trades, Euro USD, New Zealand USD, and USD CAD, which we haven't seen yet, but I'll show you in a sec. They're all daily chart trades. I'm aware that they could be open for multiple days. Since I'm leaving this afternoon, it's unlikely that these trades are going to be closed by this afternoon. And I don't want to have them open on holiday, so I've not taken any of these trades. All right, so this is why you guys didn't take Euro USD, because you're in New Zealand USD. All right, New Zealand USD is a good setup. It's arguably better than Euro USD. Euro USD is good, but New Zealand USD, this is a much stronger trend. There's a lot of potential in this one. Hold on to this one, guys. Don't rush to get out of it if it doesn't do anything right away. This downtrend's been happening for a while on New Zealand USD. Last time that it came, so last time it dropped down to this support area, this very strong support area, turned around, and then eventually came down to here. But look at the time it took to come back down, right? It bounced around at this area for quite some time. So if you were short and you freaked out because it was bouncing around, you would have missed out on the move. So my point is, it's an established downtrend. It's a good downtrend. It is going down right now. Hopefully it just keeps going down, and by tomorrow you're out of it at your target. But that's not likely. If this goes down like this and then comes back up and then goes like that, don't just freak out and get out right away. Just keep in mind that this is a strong bearish trend, and bearish trends a lot of the times, they just not bearish trends, sorry, trends in general, a lot of the times they'll just move down in their own time. They'll move down slowly. They're not just going to go boom and give you your profit. So it could do that, but it could also do the other thing. So just be patient is what I'm trying to say. Patience is a virtue, especially for a trader. All right, fair enough, Michael. USD CAD, long trade here, long continuation trade, good setup here. I wanted to enter this one too, but like I said, not entered because I won't be trading tomorrow, as of tomorrow, or as of this afternoon. So I didn't want to have anything open. Anyone long on this one? No? Okay. Well, keep an eye on this one. We'll discuss. Oh, you got that one too? Yeah, we discussed this one last week. But last week we were looking at going long from here-ish, but that never triggered. Continued down a little bit, and now that'll often happen. Now it looks like the long has formed lower, but yeah, it's still a potential long. So you got that from last week's analysis. Awesome. Yeah, we've been monitoring this for quite some time now, but it took a while, but it's finally happening. We're finally getting that reversal, so awesome. I mean, just keep an eye on them. USD CHF. I was hoping that it was going to fall into a range, this one I've drawn out here, but it's starting to look like the range might be a bit tighter, which is okay, but these tight ranges, they're a bit harder to trade on the daily, but you could always drop down to, you know, maybe the 4 hour. Now, on the 4 hour, or maybe the 6 hour, yeah, maybe even the 8. No, the 8's a bit too high, but anyway, lower time frames is what I'm trying to say. They give you an opportunity to trade these tight ranges. So do keep an eye out for some longs and shorts in this range area on USD CHF, USD JPY. I believe some people were short on this one last week, but presumably you've closed that one out before it hit your stop loss because it was kind of obvious that it was turning around. USD JPY seems to be breaking out of this resistance area. Seems to be in an uptrend, so do keep an eye out for continuations from this level. But right now, there's nothing imminent there. And that wraps it up for the analysis, guys. And for those of you who are not members, that wraps it up for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, next webinar will be Tuesday the 24th. For those of you who are members, there won't be any video analysis until the 24th, but there will be forum analysis as usual. At least Wednesday, Thursday, so tomorrow and the day after, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So, yeah. If there's no questions, well, is there any questions, first of all? All right, well, it doesn't look like there's any questions, guys. You're making it easy for me today. I've got so much to do today. I went to the barber to get a haircut. The barber opens at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was there at 9:55, out the front door. When I get there, there's 2 people ahead of me already. And the barbers are short-staffed today. So there was only 2 of them. One of them was doing appointments only today, so he couldn't take me. So I had to go behind those 2 guys that were there, but that was going to take an hour. Ugh. So then I had to reschedule my haircut, which I need to do because I'm going on holiday. Oh man, today's been a kind of like messy day already. So I am glad. Normally I love to answer questions from you guys, but I'm glad there's no questions today because that means I can get out of here. And I could go try my luck again at the barbers. And do the 100 other things I got to do today before we leave. So my point is, thank you guys for attending. Won't be seeing each other live until the 24th, but we will be on the forum, so that's cool. For those of you who aren't on the forum much, I guess I'll see you next in 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you guys for attending, and I'll see you later.